my shoulda. You just heard that he died on the last Friday.
How about your feelings, how about them feelings? Come high up the ceiling, come. I want you to get with me. Come slide with me. I got a feeling, get it crackin' like a kill it. In the back, you're chillin' with you. I want you to get with me. Come slide with me.
I just want a buttercream beamer with an R&B deep slide straight to the pay like a visa. Little to the little thick thing, keep it. Got a feel like she shines with Adidas. Ever since a young, I've been a leader. I'm on the pledge of allegiance. Kid to the public, but to me, I'm like, one day, don't see it. Just to the got to say about watching never hip hop. Meanwhile, a few channels down the block, they getting robbed by the cops. I can't believe what I see with my eyes. So nowadays, I'm like, good, I'ma look to the skies and manifest anything I need. Any on a power trip. When the whole team, the power strip. No, love to this trying to politic. Got my guys already, got my queen already, how I sound already, how my songs already. Got them asking how they ain't on already. I don't care. Take it day by day. My vice is money in my safe. Cash going up as I elevate. I was down bad, now I'm.
How about your feelings, how about the feelings? Come high up the ceiling, come. I want you to get with me. Slide with me. I got a feeling, get it crackin' like a kill it. In the back, you're chillin' with you. I want you to get with me. Come slide with me. You said you don't, but you gon' try with me. Don't you dare get paranoid, girl. I'm hot on asteroid, plus I keep them on me.
Phase on the beat, I ain't done. You feel me? Hey, bro, let this drive like a bitty, man. Carry my country cousin. Northside St. Louis, all the way down to Dallas, that's how we doing. You feel me? And on my mama told me I'm that child, so. Came along, well, Castro Drive, you feel me? Bermuda Road, all that. Northside St. Louis. Right there, all 70, you feel? I made like 70K at the festival. You know what I'm saying? So every time I see that number 70, I just feel blessed, you feel? I might even get it. What?
Festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Hi, folks. John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. So the Philadelphia Phillies, with major expectations, they're among the favorites this season. Chris, they'd love to build on that postseason appearance from last year. Do you think it can be a springboard for them?
I do, Booth, because these guys have already got the building blocks in place. And you make the postseason, you know you've got a shot at the title. So the experience will definitely help them this time around. But it's a long season, and they're going to have to do the little things right and stay consistently on top of their game. And that's the best way to take home the Commissioner's Trophy, in my opinion.
The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Trey Turner. And that's through there for a strike. And we're off and running in a brand new season. Here comes a pitch. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Wood flashes the leather on the running catch. And now let's look at the Phillies opening day lineup. Chris, the expectations for them are sky high just about every year.
Indeed they are, Boog, and 2025 is no different. They've gone to the postseason each of the last 3 years, and they're a definite World Series contender this season. They're still looking for their first title since 2008, though. Maybe this is the year they return to glory.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
2 outs, base is empty. Howard, the next to hit. That one is downstairs. Ball 1. Two outs, base is empty. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. He's got it, and that is out number 3. No scores. We head to the bottom of the first. Back in Washington, D.C., and on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, King. And singing a special day for him. He's making his major league debut here.
And I'm sure he's got some nerves. He'll be excited for that first pitch to be in and over with so that he can settle in to pitching just like he did in the minor leagues. Exciting moment. He's got his family in town. I think this moment's going to be a huge tone setter for his career.
So a pitcher making his major league debut and getting the opening day start. Not something we see very often.
No kidding, Boog. And just look around the league here on opening day. You'll see a lot of proven aces getting the start. So they're hoping that that's what he can be for this organization. Someone who can start a bunch of opening days for them in the future as well.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 1 up, 1 down. Let's take a look at the Nationals lineup for opening day. Chris, 2024 felt like more of the same from them.
Yeah, Boog. Same record as 2023, but there were some signs of change. Some of their young players started to blossom a little more, and you could see glimmers of hope for the future. It'll be interesting to see how 2025 goes for them.
That's going back. Back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. First pitch swinging.
Well, he looks to have some quality stuff on the hill today. Start this outing out. Pepper in the zone. Arm is loose and firing him in there.
There he goes down looking. Nothing doing for Washington. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second, and now Kyle Schwarber. Parker back to work. Swing and a miss. There's the slider.
0-1's the count.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
And there's the ball.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And that's way high. Ball 2.
Here's a Well, love the dig.
This one drilled right center field.
Batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
We got full count.
Zone. Full count now. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. Smash that one through the infield. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here comes Bryce Harper. In the air of the infield. This one drilled right center field. Low makes the grab, one down.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
High fly ball on that one, curling foul down the right side. This one in the air. Garcia. He's got it, and there's two away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
JT Realmuto, the next to hit, takes outside. And another ball.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
That's a laser base hit. Around second is Schwarber. Throw into third. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with two out.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
And here is Sosa to the plate. In there for strike one. That's inside.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
A ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And that one is lifted in the air. And that's the third out. Leave a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. C.J. Abrams leading things off and takes a strike. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Here's the 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Got him looking. And one away.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
And now it's Luis Garcia. On the inside corner for a strike. King measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, a knuckleball, and he works in a slider. In the air, left side. Schwarber snags it. That's out number 2. Now the left fielder, James Wood. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate. Swings through that one.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second and great jump. That one ball, misses.
2 strikes.
1-2 the count. Ripped on a line to center. Howard tracks it down for the out. So 1 left for Washington. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. And digging in for Philadelphia, Weston Wilson. And here it comes. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Just
inside,
missed.
ball 1.
That's
in.
inside.
Ball 2.
And it's 2-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Grounds 1 to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning. Back to the top of the lineup, Trey Turner now. Fly to left his first time. On the ground to 3rd, and that's foul. Nobody out, runner at first. On the ground left side, 6, 4. He's out 3, but it's not in time, and they just get 1.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
And now it's Alec Bohm. Lifted in the air, right center field. Young on the move to the gap. He's got it. 2 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Howard.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Hit in the air, right field. Call. Makes the grab, and that'll do it. Phillies. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. And misses inside. Late on that fastball.
Boom.
1 ball,
That's
1 strike.
cheddar, baby.
That's in there. Yeah, the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's a ball.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Out to short. To first.
Got him.
1 up, 1 down. Alex Call getting ready to hit. First pitch misses.
That's inside.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Bunting, and it's in the air. Stretches out and hauls it in. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
And that drops in for a strike. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. And
1 ball,
that one is
2
in the
strikes.
dirt. And that's ball 1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Nats go down 1-2-3. Nothing across. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Kyle Schwarber. And he swings over the top there.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Curve in the dirt.
Well, these Phillies, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one away. Here's Harper now. First time up was a pop out. Off the plate.
That ball went out.
It's 1-0. Time.
We got time.
Out towards right center field. Young has this one sized up. Brings it in. 2 away now. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. He's 0 for 1. Just missed.
Counts 1-0.
And that's outside.
That's out.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Just an awesome swing of the bat, quick hands, and just...
Oh, now this is drilled to center. Way back there. On its way and gone. His first homer of the year, and the Phillies take the lead. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
2 outs, nobody on. Edmundo Sosa digs in now. In the air, right field. Fair ball. Two outs, runner at first. Weston Wilson will hit next. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Runner! There goes the runner. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter now, Jacob Young. Up the middle, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And that one is lifted in the air. Howard sizes this one up, puts it away for the out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Abrams, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
The count.
Out to center field. That's well struck. That one's deep. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. Up now for Washington, Luis Garcia. Fly to left his first time. Out to center. Howard sizing this one up. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. We've played 4. It's the Phillies 2 and the Nationals nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Parker back to work. That's in for a strike. Turner, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. That one ripped. Gone straight into the visitors' bullpen. And they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
You feel like everything goes slow motion when a breaking ball like that leaves the hand. Right down the middle of the plate, and it's like the pitcher screaming, "No!" and the hitter saying, "Yes!" and the ball gets tattooed for a big home run.
Garcia makes the catch for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Line drive.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. 1 for 2. And that one upstairs, ball 1. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here on opening day. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
There's a strike. Swung on, belted. Gone. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 4-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. What I love about this swing is he stayed tall, allowed his hands to go directly to the baseball, letting that bat head get down through the ball to create backspin and hit it out of the ballpark. Really nice job.
It appears Dave Martinez is ready to dive into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Mitchell Parker will depart, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New pitcher on here, number 68. And this is the best way to make your major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think it's a nice job by the skipper to get him in here without any added pressure.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was. And now up for Washington, James Wood. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul.
Well, these Nats just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for him to get anything going.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Here's the third baseman, Paul DeYoung. That misses the zone. 1-0.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
And that drops in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Liner caught at second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch. Back here in Nationals Park, top 6. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Wood under it. Hauls it in for the out. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
That's off the mark, and that is ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Cut on and lifted in the air. Young moving under this one. Brings it in. 2 down. And now Edmundo Sosa. Line to left and foul ball. The 0-1. That one almost got him. The 1-1. High fly ball down the left field line. That's back there. And it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 5-zip. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
This one in the air. And that is that. The Phillies add another on this solo homer. Bottom of the 6th. And now it's going to be Alex Call. Just missed. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that turns the lineup over. So the Nats lineup turns over. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Ball 1 there. Ball. That one off the mark, and now 2-0.
Ball, that's inside.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Call gets his lead at first with nobody out. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to.
To third, tag, got him.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to third. That time he was wrong, as a really nice throw came into third.
Next to hit for the Nats, Nathaniel Lowe.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Yeah, strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First
No
two
ball,
pitches
2 strikes.
by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
The Phils leading by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. And down on strikes he goes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Nationals lead 1. It's 5-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Trey Turner. The shortstop takes the ball. He swings and fouls one off. And that's outside. That misses
Ball
the
three.
zone, and that's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Got him to chase one upstairs there.
Full
Yeah, I
count,
don't think
3 and 2.
anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Left field. Wood sizes this one up, and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Howard, the next to hit.
0 for 3 in this one.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield.
And now 2 aboard.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Way out front for strike 2.
Well, he homered earlier in the game, but showing no fear on the mound so far in this at-bat. He's just attacking the strike zone.
Behind 0-2, he steps out for time. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. 2 out.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Harper down the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's off line.
He beat it.
It's 6-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Really nice job staying up the middle.
Jose A. Ferrer will take over here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Stepping in, Nick Castellanos. Swings through that one.
0-1.
swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
0-2 is the count.
Triple digits on that last pitch. 2 men left. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave around this ballpark?
The wave around the ballpark.
I think it's a little outdated.
No ball,
I'm more of a
2 strikes.
thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated. And now
Oh, that's
1
low.
and 2. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher. So your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
Garcia in the box now. No balls and a strike.
One and one.
So a foul ball makes it 1 and 2. 1 down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. Ground ball up the middle. Slings to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Wood in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a ball popped up. Turner settles under it, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And ready to begin the 8th. Here comes Real Muto. And that one pulled foul. Ferrer goes 6'1". He features a sinker, a changeup, a 4-seamer, and he works in a slider. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Wilson now at the plate as he swings through
0-1's
strike
the
1.
count.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one lifted to left. Wood in position. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Bottom of the inning. Down the third baseman, Paul DeYoung. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun.
0-1.
Still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one.
No
And
ball,
at this
2
point,
strikes.
he wants to finish what he started.
Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Got all of that
Man, I hated knuckleball. Seems like it's so hard to square him up and hit the ball hard, but this guy had no problem
Ball
at all.
inside.
It was like he was born to do this. Really good piece of hitting, just a sound swing, and he stayed within himself.
one. Next offering is in for a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really tight bite on that slider and just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break and deception to get the job done.
And now it's even up.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Slinging it to
He's
first
out.
in time. And now Ahmed Rosario. Right through there for a strike. That's in there.
2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2 is the count.
And a curve
Ball
is
1.
down and in.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Outside corner, got him looking. 1 in the inning for the Nationals on the solo homer. And this is. And we're back. We go to the 9th. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. Ferrer back to work. Swing and a miss. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. DJ Hurds looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Rutledge, the right-hander, also getting loose. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Ruiz makes the grab. And a quick out, number 1. And here comes Alec Boehm. Outside
ball 1,
low.
no strike.
And that's ball 1.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
That's a ball.
A little bit low. Base is empty, 1 away. You're at the top of the 9th. Just
ball
missed.
3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And now the center fielder, Howard. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. That one's in there. And that is strike 1. Ground ball, could be 2. To second, Abrams. What a double play that was. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Matt Strom. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Young stands in now and watches strike 1. Strom, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Foul tip, but he hangs on for strike 3.
So there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension.
That's a ball.
That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Low. Stands in here. Takes ball 1 low. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Turner with the throw to first. Down to the last out for the Nationals. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
To first, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. King with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should.
All's my life I has to fight. All's my life hard times like yeah. Like yeah. Nazareth, I'm up home. homie, you f***ed up, but if God got us, then we gon' be alright.